You've probably by now seen the videos of Cassidy making beats and people clowning him for feeling his beats, and then people are saying the beats aren't very good. Curtis King already made a video to tell producers to stop being dicks. And look, you might like Cassidy's beats, you might hate Cassidy's beats, but I'm gonna say something kind of harsh. This beat playing in the background right now is trash. I really don't like it. And the person who made that beat is me. So a lot of new producers, a lot of producers who are either just starting out or they're just now trying to become professionals. They're just getting serious about their careers. They send me DMs, they send me emails, they reach out, and they ask me this question: am I on the right path? Usually that question comes with a SoundCloud link or 10 attachments. Who cares what I think? Who cares if I like your beats or not? If you're just starting out, or if you're not sure whether or not you're on the right path, what does my opinion mean? What does anybody's opinion mean? There's a reason why I started this video off by playing one of my beats from actually 2008. At that point, I had been making beats for a fairly long time. It was just that around that time is when I really got serious and I wanted to pursue production as a profession. I'll be honest with you, I didn't think I could make it. You know, my whole life I was conditioned to avoid pursuing music as a career. I mean, I had this starving artist image in my mind. I didn't want to be that. Personally, I didn't know any professional musicians, and I knew very few professional artists. It just wasn't something modeled to me. There are no professional musicians in my family, so I didn't think it could happen, but I went out and I tried. Listening back to some of the beats I made, I cringe. And I think about if instead of starting in 2008 to get serious about my career, I started in 2018 or now 2020, and I was unsure of myself, you know, and I wanted to know if I was on the right path. And I sent somebody that beat that I played at the beginning of this video and said, what do you think? Am I on the right path? That beat is not good. That beat is not good. Someone very well could have said, you know what, I don't like this beat, it's not good. You might not want to pursue music as a career. You might not want to quit your job. That same year, 2018, the same year I made that trash ass beat, is the same year I produced on a #1 album that I think in 10 years time will be regarded as a classic. That being said, if someone had told me that my beats were trash and I listened to them and quit and gave up, I wouldn't be here right now having the time of my life. So when you ask me, am I on the right path? Are my beats good enough? I don't have an answer for you. What you really need to be concerned with is not whether your beats are good. You need to be concerned with your attitude. And I'll tell you why, because I think all producers go through this. Virtually all producers go through this. We're making beats, and just the sheer excitement of figuring out something new, figuring out how to create music out of thin air, right, is just so amazing to us that we think we're amazing, we're dope. Maybe Cassidy's going through that stage right now because he's going through a new experience. He's making beats, he's enjoying it, it's fun. We get into this period where we actually, and not all of us get to this, but a lot of us get to this point, and it's a privilege to get to the point where we start becoming better listeners. We start becoming analytical listeners. We're no longer listening to music as purely consumers of music. We're now listening as producers who are reverse engineering the process as we listen to it. And we start realizing that this person's drum programming makes me feel a certain way. It makes me want to move. My drum programming doesn't do that. This person's chords sound full and thick and evoke a totally different kind of emotion. Mine are just kind of flat and boring, and I only use 2 or 3 every beat, and this person is creating these really complex progressions. This person's beats sound deep and wide. Mine are flat and thin. We start analyzing and we start learning more about the process. And when we start doubting ourselves, we start thinking, man, my beats are trash. I thought I was I was good. Now that I've really listened and understood, part of the process better than I did when I first started, I'm feeling insecure. We go through this. That's normal. But when I say your attitude is what's important, the fact that you don't have the talent or the experience at that point matters less than whether or not you have the attitude that's going to drive you to get to the point you want to be. That's going to drive you to learn these more complex chords. That's going to push through all the self-doubt and go and spend hours a day learning better mixing techniques, analyzing some of your favorite beats, and learning better drum programming techniques, and developing your own style based on all of this input that you have. But I personally, this is my opinion, what I don't like seeing producers do is ask for approval to pursue their passion. Don't ask me, don't ask any producer if they think that you're on the right path. Because honestly, it's a messed up question. If we don't know you, we have absolutely no idea whether or not you're on the right path. And your beats might be terrible today and a year from now because you were so driven to actually evolve and grow and develop your talents that you did a complete 180, and the beats that you made a year ago are unrecognizable because you've just improved so much. And it wasn't because you started making beats with all the talent in the world, it's because you were driven enough to develop talent. Talent isn't always natural. Talent isn't always something that you're born with and you just have an abundance of. People develop, they grow, but they do so because they're driven to. And so you don't have to ask anybody for permission to pursue your passion. You just gotta do it. You gotta have fun. That's why I'm looking at these Cassidy videos like, why are we clowning him when he's clearly enjoying what he's doing? That's why we got into this. Hopefully we didn't get into making beats because we thought we were gonna be super dope and rich within the first month. That's stupid. So don't ask if you're on the right path. If you feel that this is what you wanna do, that you're pursuing your passion, no matter what the outcome is, you're on the right path because you're putting yourself on that path. Much success to you in 2020 and beyond. I could end this better, but it's late and I have to shovel snow tomorrow. Peace.